Hi guys, it's me Erica, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make these cute earrings inspired by the Crest the boys from Touken Ranbu have. Have your sword boys protect you at any place at any time. So with that, let us get started. So the supplies you'll need are Shrinky Dink's crystal clear version, a Sharpie, paper, scissors, a toaster oven or oven, hot glue, earring backings, earring retainers, and resin. So the first thing you want to do is print out the crest so you can use them to trace on, and I decided to use cashews, nagetsunes, hasabes, and Yamato no kamis, and you can decide which ones you want to use, but I'll leave a link to the crests I use. To find crest, just choose or type the character's name you want, or look on the Touken Ranbu wiki and you can find a list of all their crests. So when using Shrinky Dink shrinks it to almost like 3 times smaller than what you printed out. So you won't want to print out a very small design if you want to make it small. You will want to print it big so that it shrinks small. So here's are the varying sizes I tried. I used a really big one and it turned into this medium size, and then I went down, and you can also use different colors aside from black Sharpie, but I wanted to keep to the design of the crest, so I used black Sharpie. So for the one I decided to use, I used about 3 inches on my Word document to size them, and they shrunk to the size I wanted, which was about maybe like 1 inch or something like that. So with that, with the Shrinky Dink paper, place it on top of the printer paper so that you can trace with a black Sharpie. And after you trace all of them, go ahead and cut them according to how the crest is shaped. So you don't want to leave any room, or else it's going to shrink with that too. Then after cutting them all out, place them on some parchment paper. You also want to do this so that it doesn't stick, and bake it in the oven for how long it says on the instruction, and then just watch them shrink and shrivel up. Don't worry if they look like they're going to curl into each other, that's what is supposed to happen. So don't go ahead and don't fix it, just let it be. So after baking it in the oven, go ahead and wait a while before taking them out. So the next step I'm going to do is actually optional. It depends whether or not you want it to be a little bit 3D. Is actually to place some resin on top, and I just used some UV resin I bought at Daiso instead of the actual resin I buy at Michael's, because I wanted to try it out anyways. But with the resin from Daiso, if you do end up getting resin from there, you actually have to put them outside. You can't just leave them inside to dry, or else they'll never dry. So that's the only negative side, but of course this is optional and you can decide not to do this anyways. So after that's all been dried, go ahead and use some hot glue or E6000 to place the earring backings in the back of the piece. So if you decide to actually paste the backing to the top of the earring, it'll hang down more, but if you put it in the middle, it'll be more centered around your ear. And be sure not to make it too big, or else you might not be able to hear other things that are happening around, because it's covering your ear canal. And when you're actually using this, you also want to use the earring retainers, which are just the kind of plastic covering that you find on actual earrings, and I believe you can purchase them online, and you can also find them at Claire's where they sell them. So after that, you are finished, and they actually turned out really cute, and you can show your love for all your sword boys outside to the world. So if you have any questions, do not be afraid to ask. If you try the DIY or the many featured on this channel, be sure to use the hashtag ILADIYs on Instagram, Twitter, or Tumblr. Thank you so much, you guys, and see you next time.